What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again for a bit of a different show, man. The weekend recap Premier League show, man. I think I'll do something a little bit different, talking about different topics that's going on in the Premier League. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Because, bro, I got into a good debate yesterday during the I think it was the Arsenal Liverpool stream. After that finished, make sure you guys check that out if you haven't already. The fact of Man United fans and Man United in general, how bad are they doing this season? Yeah, they're in the Europa League final. But if they don't win that Europa League, bro, they might have quite possibly had the worst season from a big club. I want to mean big club. I mean, I'm talking about your Liverpools, your Arsenals, your Chelsea's, your Man United's, your Real Madrid, your Barcelona's that I think I've ever seen in my life. Like, I think I've ever seen in my life, bro. These guys are 16th. Now, Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur, again, that's atrocious for them as well. Big up my brother, AB. Hi, bro. Big up yourself, man. Hope you're well, my guy. Hope you're good. Obviously, quick announcement as well. No Arsenal until today. It's going to be resuming tomorrow with me and Colin discussing, obviously, the weekend's events with Arsenal and going forward what we expect. So, yeah, man, make sure you guys tune in for that. I'll be tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet, but I'll let you guys know. But, yeah, boom. Back to what I was saying, yeah. Man United, bro. Like, honestly, man, the fact that they're so low down into the table is very, very worrying, to be honest with you. Very worrying for them. Obviously, I'm loving it as a rival fan. Best news ever, really. But, yeah, let's get into it, man. Look at the table here, if you look at the graphic here, man. Now, look at the Premier League table. This is 15th to 20th, by the way. So, if we go up, that's 20th Southampton, minus 57, 12 points. Now, they've just about managed to escape being the worst Premier League team of all time. Obviously, Derby County got 11 points. They've got 12. But even so, the amount of money they did actually spend, even though it was on bona fide starters, they did actually spend nearly 100 million in the summer, I believe. So, yeah, that is still atrocious. 12 points in 36 is absolutely criminal, to be honest with you. Then you go on to Leicester and Ipswich, who have both got 22 points, which, again, is not good enough, man. You have to at least get the same amount of games you played, at least the same amount of points, because that would be a point a game, like, obviously averages out. Bro, this is appalling here. This is absolutely appalling. Then you go on to, obviously, Tottenham Hotspur here. 38 points, bro. 38 points. They've not even got the traditional, we need to get 40 points, a road to 40 points. They've got 38, 2 games left as well. It doesn't look like they're going to win either of them as well, based off that, obviously, who they've got. I think they've got Aston Villa, and I'm not sure who the last game is. But, yeah, it's crazy, man. And then you've got Man United with 39 points, man. The biggest team, obviously, out here by a country mile. Minus 11 goal difference is something that no one speaks about as well. It's absolutely crazy when you think about it, man. This is so bad, you know. This is absolutely atrocious. 39 points for big Man United, bro. 13 Premier League titles, 20 overall, and they've got 39 points. And the season nearly finished. They've got 2 games left. Now we've got 40 points. Listen. This is going to be called out because, yeah, even though I'm not a Man United fan, this is atrocious, man. Them and Spurs, to be fair, because Spurs are 17th out of 20. You know what I'm saying? So even that is appalling. So for me, bro, you got to look at it and look at these 2 managers and the quality of the players and say, you know what, all of you got to be held accountable, man, because this is not an acceptable season. But back in the day, yeah, obviously people like teams like Chelsea, Arsenal. You look at Chelsea, they used to get battered because they finished 10th. And everyone used to banter them. They finished 10th. They were Premier League champions like the season before. They finished 10th. Everyone used to banter them. Arsenal got bantered quite a lot in the last 2-3 years. Obviously, before we started challenging for the title. We finished 8th. And that was like the end of the world. Oh, my God, Arsenal finishing 8th. It's so low down. No European football. We had no European football at all. Bro, these, man, look at where these guys, and even Man United, that season under Moyes, when they finished 7th, everyone's criticizing. I can't believe they finished 7th. These men are 16th, bro. Tottenham are 17th. It's absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious, man. Master Tops dressed in blue to represent the best team in London, laughing emoji. Random live, 100%. Europa League final, 16 versus 17. Now, for sure, it's atrocious, man. It's atrocious. Fun fact, when Chelsea won the league in 1955, Liverpool were in the... Is that true? Liverpool were in the championship. That's crazy. I didn't even know that, man. That is a mad thing. That's crazy, man. Big up when it comes to Isak, our club. Our owners have ordered our club not to sell Isak. You don't go against the owners, to be fair. Big yourself up, brother. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Nah, I hear it, man. I'll probably get onto Newcastle in a bit. To be fair, big up Mayhem. Are you doing Arsenal and Chill tomorrow? Yeah, Arsenal and Chill is going to be tomorrow, man. Obviously, we just couldn't get our schedules mixed up today. But yeah, Arsenal and Chill will be for tomorrow for sure, man. We got times for your Premier Leagues. Fun fact, Blood, you're 13. Carlos brought Asian to a football debate with an emoji. That's crazy, man. Big up, obviously, the chat as well. Make sure you guys like what the video, subscribe to the channel as well. But yeah, just going off these, like I was saying, obviously, some of these tweets or these facts off, obviously, Twitter or whatever. Bro, look at this, man. Man United go 7 Premier League games without a win for the first time since 1992, bro. 1992. I think that's the first year that obviously the Premier League obviously was changing to the Premier League before obviously the English league or whatever. Bro, man's got the sharp logo on, bro. That's how old this is. This is Ryan Giggs and Nicky Butt days, bro. What is going on? Phil and Gary Neville. Yeah, laters, man. Laters. That, bro, Ferguson, man. Oh, man. He can't believe what he's seeing, bro. 1992. Yeah, crazy, man, crazy. Obviously, this emoji made me laugh, man. But I said, this is them in the Europa League. SpongeBob friggin' whammed up here, and then in the Premier League. Oh, mate, bozos, man. Watch your bozos in the Prem. I swear, that's too funny, man. Too funny. Man's copying homework and that. If you lose 2-0 at home, I'll lose 2-0 at home to a London club. Love that. Yeah, these man need more smoke. Carlos Swanky, you raw. Pause. You see him down to earth, so I hope you're trying to grow. Big up yourself, bro. Appreciate that, man. Obviously, I'm more of a obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, but I like to be pretty fair in my assessment on things. You know what I'm saying? Man said I'm not attacking you for sure. Raw. Pause, man. Relax. But yeah, man. Yeah, carrying on obviously with these guys. Spurs won't leave it alone. And yeah, man, I'm not even sure, obviously, what the score's going to be in the Europa League final as well, man. I feel like both of these teams need to win. And the thing is, as well, I think both of these, obviously, fans as well are not realizing only one of you, man, can win the trophy. One of you are getting cooked, bro. So, number one, for losing to the other one. And number two, for the season you've had as a whole, the fact you're going to be 16th, 17th, respectively, whichever position, and then you would have not won a trophy and then potentially have lost. Well, not potentially, you would have lost to the opposite team who are equally as bad and allowed them to escape. Do you know what I'm saying? So if Man U allow Spurs to win their first trophy since 2008 year and have the season they're having, bro, these man need to get fried up. I'm telling you, man, cooked. Brother, Carlos was saying about barbecue. Brother, I want the whole thing, man. Wings, get me ribs, all of that, man. Chicken, beef, lamb, all of that, bro. Bro, corn on a carb, all of it. All on the Barbie, bro. All on the Barbie. And then if these guys lose to Man United, again, same thing again, bro. Big Ange with the money he spent in the summer, by the way, because he spent some peas in the summer to come, 17th and no trophy. After that quote he said, always win things in my second season. Long day, man. But yeah, I'm interested. I don't know. I'm gonna go Man United, but I'm still unsure who's gonna win this game, bro. I'm hoping it's Man United anyway, man. But either one would be funny, to be honest with you. Spurs and Man United both suffered 2-0 Premier League losses against lower half teams and continue to be sat 17th and 16th, respectively. The Europa League final could be interesting, man. So yeah, man, crazy. It's crazy, man. Man said, big up ST. Tops repping his inner Chelsea fanboy with a blue. No, bro, blue's just my natural favorite color in it. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. I told you about Top's blood. He knows about the Chelsea Joker. What is Colin? Colin is a blade. Tops is a blue. Yeah, madness. Goes to show the quality of Europa League is crap. Nah, for sure. It's fell off, bro. To be fair, you know what? Not having obviously the Champions League teams fall down, I feel like it's hurt the strength of the competition massively. Some people said before, like, it was pretty unfair anyway, that the teams obviously went down, because obviously you could have a very good obviously team itself, and then you've got a top Champions League team that somehow don't qualify for the next round and falling down like a Madrid did it a few times. Barcelona did it a couple of seasons ago, where it might have been last season, I can't even remember, a couple of seasons ago, where they dropped down and yeah, they were in the Champions League. I think they just won La Liga or were going to win La Liga that season. And they're in the Europa League randomly. It's happened loads of times, obviously, the last couple of years. But now, obviously, you don't get that now. So whatever team's in Europa, they're staying in there, innit? And I think it's definitely hurt the strength of the competition massively, man. The fact that Bodo glimmed, and I remember also playing them a couple of seasons ago, and they were like a filler club, like a club that you just play, that you don't even remember, man. I don't think they even got out the group stages when we played them. To be honest with you, not saying they can't improve, but to get to the semi-final is kind of mad. I know they did beat some decent teams, Lazio and Olympiacos, for Europa League standards anyway. But even so, man, crazy. And then obviously Man United, the teams they beat ordinarily, bro, they don't compare to a Valencia or a Napoli back in the day, like a couple of 3-4 seasons ago, who would drop down from the Champions League into the Prem. They don't really compare, innit? Like Lyon, again, not really doing too much in obviously the French league. Then you got obviously Bilbao, again, decent in the Spanish league, but again, not one of the obviously top 3. And then Sociedad's having a terrible season. So yeah, and they cooked all 3 of them, man. So yeah, man, definitely the Europa League standards is definitely dropped for sure. Master Blue is my favorite color too of the Chelsea. They need the Champions League to fall back down, to be honest. I agree, bro. I feel like they need to just bring them back down as well. Because the thing is as well, like there's 36 teams. Is it it's 36 now in the Champions League? So you could easily have, instead of having like obviously the last, I think it's like the last 8 in it that go down, just have it like obviously the last 4 go down, and then the next the 4 obviously above them drop into the Champions League. The Europa League. So at least it's not a load of teams going in there. You've got like your bottom 4 of the Champions League going into the Europa, just to obviously make it a bit more competitive. Because yeah, man, the importance and the prestige, obviously the Europa League is definitely going to go down a level. The amount of times Seville got into the Europa League because they didn't qualify for the Champions League and then ended up winning the Europa League was mad, especially during that 3-year period where they had. So yeah, man, I definitely think they need to try and work it out. I'm sure there's a lot of room for obviously changing up the rules, because again, this is like the first time they've actually done this obviously long format in the Champions League anyway. Already seen there's a couple of rule changes possibly for next year, where the top 3 or 4 teams who obviously finish at the top of the league in the Champions League, the knockout stages, they'll always have the advantage. So like, because obviously at this stage, Arsenal always had the home leg first, even though we finished in the top 3 or something. So, and people are saying it was unfair. So I think they're going to change it in it. But yeah, and there'll be other rules as well they might change. Potentially no extra time going straight to penalties as well, which could be a rule that maybe might suit the players' welfare in it, because again, they're playing a lot of games. World Cup next year as well, which is going to be interesting in America, Canada, and I think it's Mexico. I think Canada, and Mexico. So yeah, that should be interesting too. So there's going to be a lot of games next year, man. A lot of games on. So, but yeah, it should be interesting though. Should be interesting. Master Europa League final predictions: half time 0-0, full time 0-0, extra time 0-0, penalties. Master 101 to 100. Man, to who though, bro? Yeah, to who? You didn't even say. Tops give Carlos his caps back. That's the house. Yeah, Seville kept hoarding Europa Leagues, qualify for Champions League, finish 3rd, go to Europa League, win it. Nah, for sure, man. They used to do that all the time, literally all the time, man. I didn't realize they'd won so many, you know. Obviously, I know Emery won 3 in a row, and obviously a couple other managers, the Crystal Palace managers won 1, I think. No, he won 1. He won 1 for Frankfurt, didn't he? There's another manager that won 1 in it. Lopetegui, he won 1 for obviously who managed Wolves. For them as well. The rule change should be that the top 3 should be able to choose whether they play at home or away. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I feel like there should be at least kind of an advantage if you finish, because to be honest with you, and someone put this as well, like there's not real any kind of benefit of finishing top of even finishing in the top 8 apart from not playing an extra game. Like people in the top 8, like but majority are already out, man. PSG finished what? Was it like 22nd or something? It was only Inter Milan that have obviously got to the final, so it's kind of crazy. Where do you get these things? Let's not forget, Klopp had this Liverpool team in the Europa last year and couldn't win it. Yeah. But yo, listen, this is what I'm saying. And what is it? They played against Atlanta and got smoked in it 3-0. Yeah, you know what? That's the conversation. I know a lot of Liverpool fans don't want to obviously mention it. But yeah, what did he actually fail, or was he underachieving the last 2-3 years, Klopp? Because you look at, like you said, obviously they didn't win the league. They didn't challenge for the league, obviously. Well, they kind of no, I don't know. They did challenge for the league last year. They fell away towards the end. But the season before they didn't. Obviously, they ended up finishing 5th. But a lot of the season, people forget, they were like 12th, you know, with Salah and these man, Allison, all of these man, bro. They. I remember seeing a graphic of like, I think it was like February, and they were like 11th. I was like, what? Well, obviously, you forget because towards the end of the season, they went on like a mad run where they won like 10 out of like 12 or something like that, and then they ended up getting into the top 5, innit? But before that, they were like lingering around 8th, 9th, 10th, all of that kind of stuff. And then, like you said, last year they didn't win. Obviously, they won the League Cup, which kind of, I mean, Chelsea should have won that final, really. When you look at obviously the teams put out and obviously the chances that Chelsea missed, but they won the League Cup, and then obviously they didn't win the FA Cup, got knocked out by Man United, and then yeah, they should have won. They should have won that Europa League for sure. They were definitely the best team in there, and yeah, they didn't win it, man. So yeah, it was an interesting thing. And then you look at Slot, no actual signings, come in, tweets a few things, and he's won the league pretty comfortably. So yeah, you got to look at it, man. You got to look at it. Rule change. We get to get the top half if we win Europa League to get to the. Yeah, that could be a good one to get Champions League. Carlos says, "I forget you're gonna lose the Tin Pot final." I said, Jared, come outside. Caps, bro. Yeah, uncomfortable conversations. Uncomfortable, man. Slot one prem. Klopp one prem, bro. It's mad. I told them, man, Klopp needed replacing. Nah, you did say that. You did actually say that. I think it started last season? Or it was sometime last season you said that he's underachieving with the team in it because again they had people forget and it's what annoys me about obviously why people going on about like Salah and stuff like that. But bro, these men have been here for the last like 3-4 years. Alisson, Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, and obviously Liverpool haven't really been obviously living up to expectations up until this year. Yeah, they needed a midfield rebuild, but they did get that last year. They did have Gravenberch, but obviously a few tweaks. Gravenberch wasn't playing in the 6 last year. He is this year, and he's obviously got better. McAllister's obviously performed better as well with another season in the team. Obviously, there's a couple of other things that obviously Slot's tweets, but you pretty much had the same squad, same team. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember, you only bought Chiesa, and obviously you didn't even play him. He's just about made 5 appearances in the Premier League. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Liverpool fans, I'm feeling chanting Gerrard to Trent. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that, Mayhem, man? Are you happy with how Trent obviously has been booed and stuff like that? For me, like I said, I personally wouldn't have done it if I was a Liverpool fan. But listen, people pay their money. If they feel like they've been betrayed, then bro, it's up to them, innit? Like they go to the games, they see him. But yeah, for me, I think it's a bit harsh personally. But I can see why people are frustrated. Because to be honest with you, if Saka did that to Arsenal, my head would be hot, fam. My head would be hot. It would be hot. Leave it on a free after say you want to captain the club. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, listen, each to their own, innit? So I can't really knock anyone that's obviously not happy with him and whatnot. But we'll see what he does, man. We'll see what he does. Carlos, your championship manager needs replacing. It means more, lad. Do your homework, blood. That's funny, bro. That's funny. That's crazy. Carlos, mate, you're not even good enough for Europa League. About the fans trade could have signed a new deal. So so we got nothing. So we got something. Okay. So that seems like the main kind of issue with the Liverpool fans. I've heard like people like Monts come out and say it. And other Liverpool fans as well saying it's literally the fact that we didn't get a fee for him, which is fair enough. I do feel like again, FSG have got away with murder. She wrote, got away with murder, fam. I swear, because no one's even talking about them, man. Still, about how they've handled the whole contract situation, and we'll see if it ages well, especially with the obviously the new contracts to Salah and Van Dijk. Let's see if that ages well come next season if they carry on that level of performance, man. Because I did see somewhere that Salah's only got 1 goal in like, is it like 8 Premier League games or something now? 7 or 8 since he signed the contract, which obviously is context. He won the league, so yeah. But even so, obviously people are still scoring. But yeah, we interested to see how he gets on, man. Interested to see how he gets on. Master, you're not even old enough to remember Rafa Benitez. That's crazy, you know. Master, you can't remember Rafa. You can't remember Roy Hodgson and that. Yeah, laters. Istanbul. This is why, man, DVDs are crucial, bro. DVDs and YouTube are crucial. Do you know what I'm saying? To learn up on what's happened before your time, innit? You're going to go and play with Bellingham. Yeah. I seen another thing as well, man. People talking about how all this time everyone thought Bellingham was obviously getting scouted by Trent to come to Liverpool, and it's just them two going to Real Madrid. It's actually funny, man. Carlos needs to use an age as a win, and he's still losing with that. That emoji is funny, man. That alien emoji is too funny. But yeah, man, moving on to other things. Let's go on to Newcastle, man. And the race for the top 5. Look at the top 5 fixtures remaining, man. 2nd to 7th, man. Nottingham Forest with the 2-2 draw. Obviously, Aston Villa as well there. Chelsea, Manchester City. Newcastle. Arsenal in second, only 2 points out of Newcastle, who they face next. So that is literally a battle for the top two then, I guess, for second place. But yeah, look at the fixtures. Who's going to get the top 5, man? Look at the fixtures here. Who's got the hardest fixtures as well? I mean, in any normal season, you would probably say Villa because they've got Spurs and Man United. Well, this season, you'd probably say they've got the easier ones because these are the 2 of the worst teams in the league. So they're nice, man. Villa are nice. Turn up. Obviously, Tottenham at home, Man United away. Should be 2 dubs, to be honest with you. Should be 2 dubs. For me, I still probably would say that Chelsea have probably got the hardest fixtures. Not because obviously Man United any good, but the one thing I will say about Man United this season, which is bizarre, that for the top games or the games against the traditional top 6, they do actually put a decent performance in. Whether they do this against Chelsea, I don't know, but they do. So this could be a banana skin. Do you know what I mean? Especially when everyone expects Chelsea to win at the Bridge. I still expect them to win, but I think it might be a bit more harder than obviously anticipated. And then the big one, Nottingham Forest one, is crazy. It's crucial, especially without, obviously, again, without Nicholas Jackson being sent off. Is going to be a difficult one to take, man. But then looking at Man City's fixtures with that draw with Southampton, man, that was a bad draw to get, because Bournemouth and Fulham are 2 strange teams. They're teams that you write off against a big team where you think, you know what, they'll probably lose, and then they'll win, and then they'll have like a smaller game, and then they'll lose. Like I said, Fulham beat Liverpool at home, and then lost to Everton 3-1. Bournemouth, I think, lost to Brentford at home, and then beat Arsenal away. They're just strange. So it's hard to predict what these kind of fixtures are going to be like, innit? You'd expect City to beat them both because obviously Bournemouth at home and then Fulham away. But then again, you don't know. They just about beat Wolves at home 1-0, and then they drew with Southampton away. And these 2 teams are obviously better than those 2 teams. So difficult one to really anticipate, really. Going on to obviously Newcastle's, obviously Arsenal away normally tough, but again, they've got their number, especially this season. So, and without obviously Marino or Trossard's got a hamstring injury. Declan Rice is going to be out for the rest of the season with a hamstring injury as well. Marino suspended. So, bro, we're going to have to play Sterling up front, bro. I'm not even joking. We're going to have to play Sterling up top, bro. It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy, man. If we don't beat United, I'm Maresca out, Ross. That's pulling it all on the line, bro. I'm telling you, that's pulling it all on the line. Now, I hear it, to be honest with you, the only thing I say about you guys is that without a striker, I don't know how you're going to play without one, innit? Obviously, you play one without one before, without Nicholas Jackson, and your record or your form was atrocious without him in it. Not to say, obviously, it's just because of him. I just feel like certain things he does off the board, just his style, suits obviously how Maresca wants to play. And with Nkunku playing up front, I don't think it suits it at all. That's why I think he's probably played Neto there as well, because, again, he's a player that can make runs in behind. He's got the pace to stretch defenses. I think that's why he likes in his strikers. So, yeah. He might have to go up front, but whether he's not going to get the goals, do you know what I'm saying? He's Pedro Neto probably gets you about 4 or 5 goals a season, man. And that's definitely something he needs to improve on. So, yeah, that's the only issue with these 2 games for Chelsea, I'd say. Who's going to score the goals? I know you got Palmer, but again, Palmer's form in terms of goal scoring has been obviously not great in 2025. So, interesting, though. Interesting Friday. Definitely going to have to do a watch along for that, man. Chelsea versus Man United. Looking forward to that. Nottingham Forest, bro. I mean, the owner's getting corked online, man. But yeah, Nottingham Forest, they just need to just try and get a win. Because again, the last 3 or 4 games, they've been struggling just to get wins over the board, man. And so towards the end of the season, it'll be a shame for them that they can't really get over the line, innit? You know what? They're only 1 point behind Chelsea, bro. And obviously Villa. So it's still quite tight. Do you know what I'm saying? I know there's only 2 games left, but win your game and just hope Villa drop points. And obviously, you've got Chelsea on the final day. You beat them, you're going to be ahead of them. And you just got to hope either Manchester City or probably Aston Villa don't win both of them games. Which, I don't think is guaranteed Man City are going to win both of these games. I think potentially they could drop points in one of them, especially after dropping points in that Southampton game. So yeah, remains to be seen. And even Villa, again, Villa's another team where you think 2 more wins should be good, but then they could drop points to Spurs. It just randomly. Do you know what I mean? 1-1 draw, whatever. And it's because it's so tight, you kind of need to win the majority of your games, really. I think Newcastle, I think they're there now. I think even if they drop points to Arsenal, which I can't see Arsenal winning that game, especially with the injuries we got like now in the team. Potentially that's probably going to be maximum a draw or a Newcastle win, and then I think they'll beat Everton at home. So they're going to be at least on 69 points, at least, maybe probably even 70, which will be enough. So yeah, it's just looking at the other teams, man. City, Chelsea, Aston Villa, and Nottingham Forest. Who's going to be the best out of those three? Or four, sorry. So yeah. Is he good back in training? Okay, that's okay. If he's back in training, then again, that should be decent, man. Whether he's going to be fit enough to obviously play the 2 games and start them, I don't know, man. I said bye to your championship, boss. I'm watching you turn around. Graham Potter, do Chelsea a favor, blood. Potter is under pressure from West Ham fans as well. Nah, he is. Bro, I've seen. I think I read out his record in the watch along yesterday. Bro, he's been stinking, man. I can't lie. Like I think he's won like 4 games in like 15 or something. He's been stinking, bro. Again, crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, man, just have a look at the last 3 seasons. Premier League, man. This is the points tally calculated in the last 3 seasons, man. That is actually so peak, by the way. 241 points, no titles. Liverpool 232, 1 title. Man City have got 4 more points. They've got 2 leagues. It's peak. Game's the game, though, isn't it? Game's the game. It's actually peak. But again, and to be honest with you, when it comes to the league, obviously it's a long time since we won it. I'm not really even on Arteta for not winning the league because, to be fair, in any other kind of era or season, we probably would have won at least 1 in it with the points tally. I'm more on him about the cups, bro. Bro, there's no excuse to be not winning the FA Cup and League Cup, bro. I'm sorry, we've got the team. We've had easy fixtures as well, really. We were knocked out by Brighton, West Ham in the League Cup. We got knocked out by Newcastle. We should be beating over 2 legs. And in the FA Cup, we got beat by our robbed, washed Man United team this season. We lost to Liverpool reserves last year at home as well. Both of those games at home. And the Man City one, okay, I'll give you a blind for that. But in the season before, we lost to a championship side in Nottingham Forest. So yeah, he's underperformed in those domestic trophies, man. That's what I've been onto him for. But yeah, man, it's peak, man. But yeah, you look at, bro, where are Spurs, bro? Like, this is why Brighton have got more points in the last 3 seasons than Tottenham, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. But Newcastle's quietly doing their thing. I mean, they probably should have put overall trophies in here as well because Newcastle obviously would have the 1. Villa as well. Respectable too, man. 192 points, 197 points for Newcastle. Man United, obviously, again, especially for this season. But above Chelsea. Because you do forget Chelsea, obviously, under Graham Potter and Frank Lampard. Yeah, they didn't really accumulate that many points. And even under Poch, they were bottom half for a lot of the seasons, man. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Man said, Evil Saka got a plan for me, blood. Man said, Evil Saka, man. Doppelganger, innit? Evil Saka makes me laugh, man. But yeah, man, Eddie Howe guided Newcastle to the Carabao Cup this season. Now they're 3rd in the Premier League. Could potentially be 2nd if they be Arsenal. Newcastle in a good position to qualify for the Champions League. What a season they're going to have. Bro, if they get top 2 in a cup, bro. I said this years ago about Eddie Howe, bro. I said it, man. He's a good manager, man. He's a good manager. He just needs a bit of time in it. But yeah, big him up, man. Obviously, that's the 2-0 Newcastle win. Massive, big blow to Chelsea with a Jackson red card, man. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, man. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens, obviously, in the next couple of games. Chelsea got, like I said, Man United and then Nottingham Forest on the last day. I'm not really sure which games to stream on the last day, man, because obviously I want to watch the Arsenal game just out of principle. But then the Nottingham Forest Chelsea game is going to be probably going to be the one, innit? To be honest with you. So yeah, that might have to be the one for sure. But yeah, just going back to obviously the fixture list and whatnot. I didn't realize Aston Villa's goal difference was so low, man. So only +7 compared to 19, 24, 23, 33, 12 for the rest of their teams, man. But yeah, crazy. But yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens, man. But yeah, I'll probably wrap it up there. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, man, for Colin. I'm sure Colin is gonna get cooking. And me as well, because obviously we had a terrible week. This is the first time we've linked up since we lost the PSG in the second leg. Just about staved our blushes yesterday with a comeback in a 2-2 draw against Liverpool, but picked up more injuries. So overall, a terrible 2-3 weeks. If I'm being a terrible mate, if I'm being honest, man. But it is what it is, people. It is what it is, man. But yeah, make sure you guys like up the thing, subscribe to the channel, and I will be back tomorrow, man. Like I always say, don't hate the play at the game. And until next time, I'm out, people. Peace and love.